What's up, guys? This is Alex, and today we're watching 1700 plus games. We've got Blues Energy here, and he just brought out a Walrein. Didn't get anything done there. Um, could have done an Ice Beam, I suppose, but maybe predicting the switch. So here is uh, Walrein again into the Skarmory. Skarmory's just getting a bit of spikes up. And here you see the gimmick with Walrein. It has Yawn. Um, and it predicted the switch here. And didn't catch what it was looking for. But the Starmie is in a good position here. To at the very least get the spin off. So it looks relatively even here. Just that the Skarmory is quite low. So it is definitely in the favor of Blue's Energy. If you have any replays, feel free to send them to me on Discords or in the link in the description. And I'll happily look at them on the channel. We've got Celebi here. And it's just calm mining up. It's not going to be doing too much with the Toxic here. Might skip a couple turns here unless it's going to Baton Pass. As you can see, I've also got the team on the right here. I'm not entirely sure it's correct because you can see about half of the team in the replay. And I just used the tool that does that. It's also in the description. But here is the Celebi again. Gets rid of the Skarmory, but it's alright because the Duck Trio can get it. And the other Duck Trio, I assume this was a speed side, got that one. So a bit of luck here on Blues Energy's side. Though I suppose the Duck Trio was stuck on Hidden Power Fire, so possibly that's why the other Duck Trio got it. Yeah, because it did take some damage. Just zap on zap here. I've in my tier list, I've called this the lowest momentum Pokemon so far, and here you can see why. Like, it just takes hits after hits. The entire game goes still for a couple turns. And there's a switch, and we can continue with the actual game. Metagross just throwing out a Psychic, so it's mixed. And an Earthquake into Starmie is going to do a decent chunk. It's not going to do too much against Blissey. And I don't really see how he's going to get through this Blissey, except for with the Metagross, who's a little bit low. And this Walrein has a Salic Berry. I suppose it doesn't do too much here. But it's nice to see the gimmick, I suppose. It's just going to Yawn. Maybe hope for a freeze, but it looks like yeah, just yawning again. But I suppose the opponent here is just hoping for the para. Gets the Duck Trio in on Blissey, but does this Blissey not have Ice Beam? Oh, it's Seismic Toss. So we're just hoping for the crits here for the Duck Trio. I'm gonna skip through this. Two more left. And there's a crit on the last one, I believe. Almost the last one. There's one left. So that really won the game for Blue's Energy, I think, because I don't know if this Metagross has um well, I suppose it could have exploded, but then they wouldn't have had anything for the Suicune. If the Starmie doesn't get through it. Another crit. But yeah, here you see it. The Suicune can just rest it off. So without a Metagross to explode on it, if it would have had to explode on Blissey, it would have been over. And it almost gets it, but it's still going to be sleeping. So the Starmie gets it here. So a bit of a longer game, but it was nice to see a Walrein, especially at this level, because we're over 1700 here. We just got another Skarmory. This is going to be a quick game, I believe. They're all ladder games. And this transfer is just going to throw out HP Grass, but it was predicted, I assume. There's a little bit of chats here in the chat, but it's not too friendly. And this element is just going to go out here. And the Vaporeon doing quite a bit. You don't see it too often. It doesn't live too long, but it can do some things. So just with the HP Fire. And Skarmory is trading it for the spikes. Teacher taking some spikes was going to force out the Blissey. I don't see. I think it's just too happy to take a Rock Slide here. So it's just the HP. And wow, there's a crit, and it was supposed to trade for the Claydol. So it's supposed to trade for a spin, but I didn't even get that. And the Duck Trio didn't even get the Celebi. So it looks like there was a lot of luck in this game. There's not too much happening, so I'm going to skip a little bit. And here's a Dusclops, but it might be too little too late. See if we can get anything done. Just a Wisp is always useful. Wisp is the Skarm finally. And it's just Skarm on Skarm now. Yeah, not too much happening. It's a bit of a stally team on the other side. I noticed this game, it's not that fast, but it's quite short. but you can see the rating here, higher than 1800 and 1760. So we've got another high ladder here. Scarm is just going to take a Fire Blast for a spike. And here's the Pursuit Tower on the Gengar. And the Gengar is just going to switch out here. And that was the right move. Gets to keep all of his health this way. There's a Blissey on this Gengar as opposed to the T-Tower again. Though I suppose it's getting a little bit low, possibly just predicting a switch. Thunder Wave on the Metagross is really nice. Can definitely outspeed a couple of mounts. And another slow game. I'm just going to skip a couple of turns here. We're going to possibly see a rapid spin game here. And they both just switch out. Taunt will prevent the Blissey from healing. And here's the Fori. Just gonna try to get a spin off, but the Gengar's here. It's healthy. And the Zapka is going to paralyze it. I always enjoy seeing it, especially if it hits. Finally cripples the Gengar, and I don't think it's going to be taking pursuits anymore. Let's just skip a couple turns here, I suppose. Into the T-Tower. And the pursuits should do it here, but it's just a crunch. And it was faster. So I'm not sure what happened there. In the chat, they're discussing it. And just gets a Skarmory, so this game looks pretty over. Without a real sweeper in the back. There's the Swamperts. Yeah, just gonna skip a couple turns here. And there was the sweeper. Let's just watch this again. And it's Dragon Dancing up into the Salamence. And I suppose the Salamence just breaks here. And yeah, it kills. So I don't know if that's supposed to kill. Maybe it was a high roll. But yeah, that was it for the games. Thanks for watching.